Alrighty, welcome back everyone to the second match in the last hour and a half of this edition of Robeat Star Tournament. Today we have a very David and Goliath matchup as the 9th seed Mill takes on Bumps, who is the 56th seed. Now, if I am Bumps here, I'm just praying that Mill ends up taking a few unfortunate drops, maybe as a result of client, maybe as a result of nuclear warfare. But nonetheless, it should be a quick one today. Looking at the stats, there's not really much of an advantage here for Bumps, but Mill does end up exceeding in some of the areas that Bumps actually faltered. Pulling up the stats sheet from the qualifiers, Mill places actually load. A lot of technical difficulties here in the opening round. What's not to expect? And as we get into Mill actually protecting Rice 1, which definitely comes as a little bit of an expected pick from Mill, considering their obvious edge in accuracy and maybe miscount as well. Now looking for Bumps, looking at their ban and their protecting Soul Explosion, more dense LN pick here, and banning the Jumpstream pick. That's very interesting. Mill excelling in more techie LN as they place 8th in stage 2. And they also excel in the more dense, which is unfortunate for Bumps here as they protected that pick. Banning LN1. That definitely something that I expected here. And as we get into this first match, Bumps with the first pick. There's not really a good pick here for Bumps. It's just such an unfortunate matchup here. As we will get into this one. A little bit of confusion. And we're getting right into Best Friend. That's going to be our LN2 pick. Bumps maybe looking to catch Mill off guard with a couple of greats. Maybe even misses. Who knows? Anything can happen in a tournament. But the early game definitely does favor our higher seeded players. So for Bumps, there was not really an area where they seeded lower, except for maybe more of the techie Rice, which was stage 3. That pick was definitely awkward for a lot of our players here. And as we get into this first match, Bumps is looking to pull off a shocking upset in the opening round. Client gets synced up here. Here we go. Mill possesses a slight accuracy lead as we open up this map, just about over 0.4%, or 0.4%. And as we get deeper and deeper into this map, and there's a miss here that definitely blows this match wide open for Mill, taking a 15,000, 16,000, and growing point lead. And Mill actually does find Mill is not faltering whatsoever, which is not what you'd want to see if you're Bumps. Hitting these patterns to perfection. Bumps finds another drop here. And it's not looking good in the opening pick for our underdog. As we cross kind of that halfway point in the map. Mill is definitely going to take this one, provided that their router doesn't explode or something. And yeah, can't really sugarcoat it, as Mill is just outskilling Bumps to the 100th degree. Just about a 70,000 point lead as we close out this first pick, as Mill is going to take this one in convincing fashion with a great score, mind you, 99.78, and climbing. Looking to score maybe around that 990k mark. And a great showing from Mill. Shows you why they qualified in that 9th position. 3 greats. And they take this pick. Although both players technically did FC Bumps did have a slider break. Maybe some of those LNs tripping them just a little bit. And now if you're Mill, you're gonna go right to that protect to put on the pressure. Or maybe, oh yep, there it is. You're gonna go right to that protect to put on the pressure. Looking to see a tournament best score here from Mill, as they've shown that they can compete with these more conventional rice pick, as this is the stream map. Starting here in about 10 seconds. Now a clear outskill from Mill here. There's not really much that you can do if you're Bumps. Maybe hope for a couple misses here and there. But that first pick was definitely not in their wheelhouse. Starting off here. Mill taking a slight lead at the beginning, nothing too crazy, as we have not gotten into that meat of the map yet. And waiting, Mill has just got this incredible sense for the rhythm of these more simple patterns. We'll see if that fares more as we get into the harder part of the map, which is upcoming with those streams there. Mill hitting them to perfection. Bumps doing pretty well in all consideration. But Mill, it's hard to beat a 99.96. Still not the most score lead yet, but that comes as both of these players are hitting these patterns pretty well. Now it does seem to be growing a little bit over 10,000, as the ratio is just too much for Bumps to handle here. You cross that halfway point of the map, get a little break in to recharge some of that stamina for that last push. Maybe hope for a couple of misses from Mill's side, but that may not happen. Especially in the early games, these rice maps won't be too technically demanding, especially for a top player like me. Both players above that 99% mark, but there's just so much of a disparity between the accuracies of these players that it may not even matter in the end. 99.93 is a monster score. And that may climb as this tournament goes on. This match goes on. And Bumps ends up finding a miss. That pretty much seals the deal here. And Mill is looking to take the second point and be halfway to advance into the round of 32. It's looking like a monster score for Mill. And as we wrap this match up, it's going to be another point for the favorite. And the David and Goliath story is looking to be defeated here. Mill 997k, below 100 PF. That is an amazing score. Definitely top 10 in this round. All things considered. Now, what do I do if I'm Bumps here? Okay, never mind. I don't get to tell you what I would do if I was Bumps. as they will pick hybrid 2. Maybe looking to take advantage of LNs, but as we saw in that first point, that may not even matter. Oh man. Mill definitely performs a lot. Mill's performance was one of the better ones in the qualifying stage, yet they did end up faltering a little bit on the LN coordination pick and the SV. Although SV is not for everybody, so that's totally understandable that they placed 23rd, which is still the worst. We get this one started. Bumps is trying to slow this momentum that Mill has got. Get into the intro of this match. Technical difficulties here, sorry. Mill again. With the monster score just above 99.9, and that does not look to be slowing down soon. Both players still holding this FC, but the 1% accuracy difference gives Mill a 13,000, 14,000 point lead. And halfway through, it's looking like Mill is going to take this third out of fourth pick. But definitely a miss can happen here. Especially when we get to this last drop. That's where the map really starts to increase in difficulty, and maybe Bumps will catch a lucky break with a couple of mistimed hits from Mill, but it's looking less and less likely that that will happen. Both players holding an FC, both players with accuracies above the 99% mark, but it's looking more and more like Mill will pull away as they hit that part to perfection, still holding above a 99.9%. And Bumps is running out of time here for this disaster to strike Mill. We close that with another monster score from Mill. 997, 99 point, I believe, 99.92 V1 double S from Mill here. Just definitely outskilled. 3-0. Mill has a chance to seal his fate and send himself to the round of 32 with the SV. Oh. I'm not sure what's going on here. Mill's rolling. Rice 2! Rice 2's banned. That's unfortunate. Silly guy. Can't trust those dice. A little bit of a brain fart moment there from Mill. Rice 3. Now, this map, as this is kind of a more techie pick, I would consider this to be more of a techie Rice pick. It's got a lot of chances to catch Mill off guard, maybe give Bumps a break point to make the score look a little bit closer. But it looks like the morale is definitely not there for Bumps as they find themselves in a 3-0 hole. So we get into Stonebank scared. All right, we start to ramp into the meat of this chart. Mill again holding a phenomenal accuracy, while Bumps is taking a little bit of accuracy hit as they are not getting the best MA as we start this map, and those mini jacks cause a break from Bumps, dropping their accuracy to below the 99.3 mark. Mill takes a 14,000 point lead as a result. And here we go. And another drop from Bumps on those tricky patterns. And it's looking more and more likely that Mill will be sending themselves to the next round winner's bracket. I mean, I've said this several times during this stream, but there's not much you can do if you're Bumps here. And it's just a bad draw. Mill with a phenomenal score here to close out this match, 4-0, 99.94, hitting those mini jacks to perfection. And that is it. Bumps has been sent down to the loser's bracket by a score of 4-0. Mill with a masterclass of a performance here. 99.94, 998K. What a ratio. 49 perfects. That is absolutely incredible. And we will take a look at the bracket here momentarily. Mill punches their ticket into the next round against the winner of Mateo and Wowie. Or Mateo 12345 and Wowie. That's the 24 versus 41 matchup. Definitely looking winnable for Mill. And that was a quick one, folks, but we will be back in an hour from now for the next match between Zusty and Diabetes69. What a username. That's pretty much it. I mean, quick match. Not a lot of things to say about it. So it has been an honor in the booth by myself today. I don't have any closing remarks. See y'all in an hour.